Rise and shine, sweet cheeks. You're burning daylight. If we want to make it to the twins before the sun goes down, we've got to leave now. As much as I'd love to spend another night with you, I'm sure that you'd much rather get the cure sooner rather than later. I'll grab some extra supplies and we'll head out. Breakfast? You want breakfast? First I give you the bed to sleep on instead of the couch, and now you want breakfast? Should I bring it on a tray with a bouquet of fresh flowers from the garden? Ha, you're funny. I was being sarcastic. Do I look like an innkeeper to you? Last time I checked, the only innkeepers around are elderly humans, not werewolves. Fine. If it'll keep you from whining, breakfast might be a good idea anyway. While I can make the journey just fine, I know you'll be begging for a couple breaks to keep up. Even more if you don't have good food in your system. You're lucky that what inconveniences me the least is in your favor. Breakfast, supplies, and we're gone. Understand? You better take care of all your personal shit before I'm ready to go out that door because I will leave you behind. All you'll get is a trail of breadcrumbs to follow. What do you want? I have elk meat and bread. Yeah, I figured you'd choose that. I have eggs too. I'll go get the stove going. Here's the plan. First, you get 2 breaks, you hear me? 2. Don't be stupid about using them. I'm not waiting around if you end up needing more than 2. I'll try to keep us on the path closest to the river, but with how far you set us back with sleeping in and breakfast, it'll be difficult if we want to get to the twins before dark. Second, don't annoy me with conversation unless you see something, hear something, or feel something that's going to annoy me more than you. Third, I'll keep my pace in mind, but I better see you making the effort to keep up. You've been trekking the forest for a while now. You should have built up some stamina. I've packed us everything we need. I'll be carrying most of it so you won't slow us down more. You get a 3rd break when I decide it's time to eat. What do you mean, what about me? I'm not going to need any breaks. Like I said, if it was just me, I can make the journey just fine. I would have been there already, probably doing some errand the twins didn't want to do. You don't need to worry about me. Worry about yourself so I don't have to. If you want to think I'm actually worried about you, fine, whatever. But it's not for any reason besides that I don't want this to be for nothing and have wasted my time. It's not because I care about you or anything. Once we get to the twins, get your cure, we'll be on our separate ways again. And that's that. Enough talking. The sun is getting higher. You know, I underestimated just how slow humans actually are. You didn't even use either of your breaks. We've only stopped once for food. While our pace was consistent, it wasn't nearly the speed I wanted to go that I thought was generous. I didn't want to account for this, but thankfully I did, or you'd be sleeping on a pile of leaves with nothing but the clothes on your back to be a blanket. Yes, that means we're setting up camp. I'll bring us closer to the river and start a fire before the night air gets too cold. You can freshen up while I get all of that done. Despite the snail pace, you still look like the journey took a lot out of you. I'll catch us something for dinner. If you don't like fish, well, then you can starve. Or find a nice rock to roast on the fire instead. There, you're warm, you're fed, and you have a makeshift bed made for the night. Are you going to annoy me for anything else? Stop thanking me. You've been thanking me every chance you get. I don't need nor want to hear it anymore. What do you mean, does it make me feel weird? Why wouldn't it make me feel weird? Especially with how many times you've said it, and how genuinely you said it each time. You forget. I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this out of convenience for me and value of my own time that's already been wasted. If you're done bothering me, go to bed. I'm waking up the moment I see sunlight. You hear me? I better not hear a thing about breakfast. Not after how much fish I stuffed in you. Listen, Wolf, I get that you're able to sense things even when I'm asleep. I'm not saying I doubt you, but this human is more my responsibility than yours. It wouldn't feel right to just let you take on night shift. Even if it makes the most reasonable sense, it doesn't make the most emotional sense. Just keep close so I don't lose steam. Humans are supposed to be the rational animal, yes, but supposed to be are the key words here. More often than not, we're a slave to our emotions and our impulses. It's the reason I landed myself in this whole ordeal to begin with. But I have to selfishly admit, I feel less damned having saved a life rather than... What is it? Don't tell me it's another fucking bear. A wolf. A werewolf. You sense another werewolf in the area? Shit! Who knows where this could go? Especially with a human tagging along. Do you think the werewolf sensed them already? I wouldn't be surprised. I've already said they were a magnet for trouble. I don't want this to come down to a fight. While I know we'd win with just how much control we have together, I just talked about saving a life. I don't want to have to take another one and send me back into the negatives. All right, we're going. You've got to let me try to talk it out first, and if it doesn't work, then I'll let you take over. You have my word. The human comes first. Their life matters most. They don't deserve anything that comes from our world, especially if I was too much of a coward to let you protect them. We're getting too far out now, Wolf. If anything happens to them, we won't be able to hear it or make it in time if... Was that? That was a deer and a human. But she was running too fast by human standard. Was that the werewolf? She's not her wolf form. What the hell is going on here? Right. We better go find out.
You picked the wrong territory to stumble in. Leave now, or show yourself. I'm not in the mood for games. That was a wolf growl. I didn't think there were actual wolves still roaming in this forest. Kita, I spoke too soon. You aren't a wolf, but you sure as hell aren't human. You're...
a werewolf, just like you. What are the odds? What are the fucking odds I'd find her again at a time like this? I have a gift. A gift for being at the wrong place at the wrong time for everyone involved. and I end up paying for it. I shouldn't have said it was her. I should have known. I should have recognized something about her, but all I could remember from that night was her hair. All I could remember was the blood, the screaming, the taste. Did you see her, Wolf? Did you see what I've turned her into? I've turned her into something so angry, so lost, so broken, so similar to me. You can't take blame for this. I can't let you take blame for this. You're an animal, plain and simple. You have instincts to hunt and to kill. I was the human. I am the human. I'm the humanity of us. I was supposed to stop us, not you. You couldn't have stopped us, but I could have, and I didn't. I was weak. I had no control. Hell, I still have no control. There I was preaching to the pup about emotional control, when I still don't have any. If I did, I wouldn't have gone off on her. If I did, I wouldn't be dealing with a human. If I did, none of this would have happened. I'm a fraud, a liar. I even lied to the human. I gave them this idea that being a werewolf was freeing, that I felt free, that I was lonely, weak, powerless before becoming who I am. When in reality, that's what I became after. I can't keep lying to everyone. I can't keep lying to myself. They're waking up. Keep quiet. Good, you're awake. Perfect timing. Of course I don't look okay. I just spent the entire night making sure you didn't die. How about a thank you instead of criticizing my appearance? You know, you don't exactly look like Sleeping Beauty either. You still have drool at the corner of your mouth, you know. You've known me for how long and you just think you can read me? Maybe I'm just not a morning person. Yesterday morning was different. It was different because... You're right, Wolf. No more lying. I'm sorry I'm giving you a hard time. Something did happen while you were asleep. I'm both impressed and annoyed with how quickly you were able to tell. Or maybe I was shit at hiding it. I didn't lie about spending the entire night making sure you didn't die. That's what I was doing the entire night. I expected to ward off animals, or even humans drifting too close to us. But the wolf ended up finding both. Something both animal and human. We ran into another werewolf. A girl that I turned. Listen, I know that you're going to have questions, but I'm still trying to find the answers to my own questions for myself. I can't guarantee that I'll be able to answer your questions, but I can guarantee that I'll try. I'm going to see this journey out. I'm going to help you get this cure. I'm putting a lot of something I didn't have before, but I need to have now. I'm putting hope in this. Hope in you. I'm hoping that you're right, that there is a cure after all. If we go to the twins, find the cure, and it works, then I'm going to fix what I've done. I'm going to cure her. And when I do, I want you there with me. Why? Because without you, I wouldn't have run into her. I wouldn't have had the opportunity to make things right. You're the reason any of this is happening. You're annoying, you're inconvenient, you're slow. But in the last 2 days, you've done more for my humanity than I could have done since I've become what I am. That's all you're going to get from me, sweet cheeks. Get ready. I've already let you sleep in. Again.